Welcome to Littleport, the largest village in Cambridgeshire, just north of the cathedral city of Ely. Let Littleport Band take you on a journey through some of the history of this fenland village. When gazing over Littleport, it is hard to imagine that such a tranquil vista was a focal point of some of the rural riots that swept East Anglia in 1816, leading to dreadful retribution. The end of the Napoleonic Wars, unemployment, and a failed harvest led to many families being at the point of starvation and unable to afford the price of bread. Trouble spread across the region, and on the 22nd of May 1816 reached Littleport. It was after a meeting of the Littleport Benefit Club at the Globe Inn that a group of residents, probably fueled by drink, decided to take action to demand 2 shillings a day and flour to be sold at a price they could afford. They went on the rampage, targeting in particular the vicar, the Reverend Fashel, and local landowner Henry Martin, who was overseer of the poor. There was damage to property, some looting, and demanding of money. The next day, they decided to take their demands to the magistrates in Ely. Seizing a farm wagon, they mounted a punt gun on it, and armed with pitchforks and various farm implements, they marched on Ely 4 miles away. The rioters were met by the magistrates, who agreed to their demands, but they refused to return home, and after some celebratory drinking, they were joined by some Ely troublemakers in more damage and demands for money, before eventually going back to Littleport. Action from the Bishop of Ely and the authorities was swift, with hardened cavalry troopers from Bury St Edmunds, the Royston Troop of Volunteer Cavalry, local militia, magistrates and constables marching on Littleport and rounding up the rioters, shooting 1 dead, while 1 trooper was wounded. After a trial in Ely, several rioters were transported, others imprisoned, and on the 28th of June, 1816, 5 Littleport men were hanged at Ely. Let their awful fate be a warning to others.
The fens of East Anglia are magic. They mean flatlands, farming and sky, lots of sky and weather. And in spring there's planting, nurturing through summer and harvesting in autumn. But come the winter, then the fen folk get their skates on when the washes and shallow flooded fields freeze over. And all the fun and games of bandy and races over the ice have been the order of the day for 400 years. You'll see some champions on here, speed skaters and bandy players from times gone by. But now the waters freeze less often of a winter, so plans are afoot to emplace a refrigerated ice pad big enough to race on, play bandy games, and for everyone and their dog to enjoy themselves in the traditional way of the fens.
On a crisp spring morning on the 2nd of May 1835, a baby boy was born on Victoria Street and named William Harley. William lived in Littleport for over 20 years, and in 1859, William emigrated to America with his wife, Mary, and in December 1880, they had a son and christened him William Sylvester Harley. William would grow up, and in 1903, he was the co-founder of Harley-Davidson.